Hello children, good morning. Today we will discuss about how to remove impurities from prepared hydrogen gas in the lab. Right? In the previous video, I told you all how to prepare hydrogen gas from zinc granules and dilute sulfuric acid or dilute hydrochloric acid. So in the way we prepared hydrogen gas, and I told you all that time whatever hydrogen gas we get after the laboratory method of preparation, that is impure hydrogen gas that contain impurity in the form of hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, oxide of nitrogen, phosphine, arsine, carbon dioxide and water vapor, right? So let us see how to remove that impurities, how to remove the impurities present into the prepared hydrogen gas. So first of all, we will remove impurity like arsine and phosphine. Arsine and phosphine. Arsine and phosphine. Arsine means AsH3 and phosphine means PH3. Okay, how to remove the impurity of arsine and phosphine from hydrogen gas? For that, we will pass hydrogen gas, whatever hydrogen gas we got from the laboratory method of preparation, that we will pass through this tube. We will pass through this tube into a conical flask having solution of silver nitrate. Here this flask is having the solution of silver nitrate. So we will pass hydrogen gas containing impurity through silver nitrate solution, right? Now phosphine and arsine will undergo reaction with silver nitrate. They will undergo reaction to silver nitrate to form silver phosphide plus silver nitrate and nitric acid. Similarly, arsenic undergo reaction with silver nitrate to form precipitate of silver arsenic, silver nitrate and nitric acid. In this way, impurity of phosphine and arsine is removed. Let us see how reaction takes place. What I told, first of all, we will pass hydrogen gas through this tube into conical flask containing silver nitrate solution. Okay, now reaction will take place. Phosphine will undergo reaction with the solution of silver nitrate, AgNO3 solution, okay, to form Ag3P. Ag3P is a precipitate, okay, plus silver nitrate AgNO3 plus nitric acid HNO3. In this way, impurity of phosphine is removed. To make it balance, you have to put the stoichiometric coefficient 6, and with the silver nitrate AgNO3 you have to put a stoichiometric coefficient 3, and with nitric acid 3. Right? Now phosphine impurity is removed out. In the same way, when arsine AsH3, arsine come in the contact of solution of silver nitrate AgNO3, it undergo reaction, okay, to form again a precipitate Ag3S plus silver nitrate AgNO3 plus nitric acid. To make it balance, again you have to put stoichiometric coefficient 6, 3 and 3. So in this way, impurity of phosphine and arsine is removed out. Okay, again we will go to the diagram whatever I have drawn on the board. Okay, so here you can see first conical flask is containing solution of silver nitrate. So hydrogen gas whatever we got through the laboratory method of preparation, we pass through this solution of silver nitrate. So phosphine and arsine impurity undergo reaction with silver nitrate, okay, to form the respective product whatever I have shown in the reaction. In this way, the impurity of arsine and phosphine is removed. Now again hydrogen gas will go ahead into the second conical flask containing the solution of lead nitrate, not silver, containing the solution of lead nitrate. Now hydrogen gas after removal of arsine and phosphine impurity will come into the conical flask number 2nd. It was the conical flask number 1 here and it is 2. Okay, so now it will come into the second flask where lead nitrate solution is present. Now after a removal of arsine and phosphine, this hydrogen gas containing impurity in the form of H2S hydrogen sulfide, CO2 carbon dioxide, SO2 and water vapor. Okay, now in the second step, lead nitrate solution is used to remove hydrogen sulfide impurity. Now lead nitrate and hydrogen sulfide will undergo reaction. Okay, now reaction takes place in between hydrogen sulfide and lead nitrate solution. So second flask is containing the solution of lead nitrate PbNO3 whole twice. Okay, it will undergo reaction with hydrogen sulfide H2S to form lead sulfide PbS, okay, plus nitric acid HNO3. This PbS is in the form of precipitate. In this way, hydrogen sulfide impurity is removed out from the hydrogen gas. Right? So I hope you people understood. In the second step, what we did, we passed the hydrogen gas having the impurity through the lead nitrate solution. Lead nitrate solution is having affinity for hydrogen sulfide. It undergo reaction with hydrogen sulfide to form lead sulfide plus nitric acid. In this way, impurity of hydrogen sulfide from hydrogen gas is removed out. Okay. In the third step, we will pass hydrogen gas through caustic potash solution, KOH solution. We will pass it through KOH solution. Okay, so KOH solution removes sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide along with oxide of nitrogen from the hydrogen gas. So SO2 undergo reaction with KOH to form K2SO3 potassium sulfide plus H2O. In this way, sulfur dioxide is removed out from hydrogen gas. Similarly, CO2 undergo reaction with potassium hydroxide solution to form K2CO3 plus water molecule. In this way, impurity of CO2 is removed from hydrogen gas. Similarly, oxide of nitrogen NO2 undergo reaction with potassium hydroxide solution to form KNO2 potassium nitrite KNO2 plus KNO3 along with formation of water molecule. Right, to make it balance, you have to put stoichiometric coefficient 2 before to nitrogen dioxide and 2 before to potassium hydroxide. So in this way, right, nitrogen dioxide, CO2 and SO2 impurity is removed from the hydrogen gas by passing it through the solution of potassium hydroxide. Right, now in the final step, you can see here in the final step, in the third step, what we did, we passed the hydrogen gas containing impurity of CO2, SO2 and H2O through the solution of potassium hydroxide. Through the solution of potassium hydroxide, we passed it through. Right? And we removed out the impurity of CO2, SO2 and NO2. Now in the final step, we will pass hydrogen gas containing impurity in the form of water vapor. Right? So here in the last U2 is present, and U2 we have kept anhydrous calcium chloride. So when we all know anhydrous calcium chloride act as a drying agent. So it will absorb water vapor from the hydrogen gas, and finally pure hydrogen gas will be out from this outlet. Okay, from this outlet, and we will get pure hydrogen gas. Right? Thus the gas is purified and dried and then collected over the mercury, because mercury has no reaction with it. So I hope you people understood how to remove impurity from prepared hydrogen gas. Again we can revise it, right? Our topic was removal of impurity from hydrogen. Removal of impurity from hydrogen. Clear? So what we did, first of all we make an arrangement as I have represented here in the diagram. Okay, we have taken conical flask and U-tube and arranged like this. Okay, the first conical flask is containing solution of silver nitrate, second is containing the solution of lead nitrate, third is containing the solution of potassium hydroxide, and last U-tube is containing calcium chloride as an anhydrous substance, or you can say a drying agent. Okay, we all know prepared hydrogen gas contain impurity in the form of arsine, phosphine, hydrogen sulfide, CO2, SO2, water vapor, and oxide of nitrogen. So first of all what we did, we passed impure hydrogen gas through this conical flask containing silver nitrate solution. Silver nitrate is a solution is having affinity for arsine and phosphine. So arsine and phosphine has undergone reaction with silver nitrate solution. Phosphine undergone reaction with silver nitrate solution to form Ag3P plus this AgNO3. Here AgNO3 is present plus nitric acid. In this way we removed phosphine from the hydrogen gas, and in the second reaction arsine undergo reaction with silver nitrate solution to form Ag3S plus silver nitrate and nitric acid. In this way arsine is removed from hydrogen gas. So phosphine and arsine we removed by passing it through silver nitrate solution. Now after removal of phosphine and arsine, we passed hydrogen gas having impurity in the form of H2S, CO2, SO2, NO2 and water vapor through lead nitrate solution. So lead nitrate solution is used to remove the impurity of hydrogen sulfide from hydrogen gas. So in the second step we passed it through lead nitrate solution. Hydrogen sulfide undergo reaction with lead nitrate solution to form lead sulfide and nitric acid. Okay, so lead sulfide is a precipitate will settle down and impurity of hydrogen sulfide is removed. In the third step we can see here in the diagram, in third conical flask potassium hydroxide solution is present, and this solution is used to remove out the impurity of carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Right, so we passed hydrogen gas containing the impurity of CO2, SO2, S2O and NO2 now through the potassium hydroxide solution. You can see here now potassium hydroxide solution has undergone reaction with SO2, CO2 and NO2. Then they form, when it reacts with SO2, it forms potassium sulfide and water. CO2 react with potassium hydroxide to form K2CO3 precipitate plus water molecule, not precipitate, and NO2 undergo a reaction with potassium hydroxide to form a potassium nitrite and potassium nitrate along with the formation of water molecule. Here water molecule is present, not H2. Right? So I hope you understood how impurity of SO2, CO2 and NO2 is removed from prepared hydrogen gas. Finally, now water is present as an impurity, only water is present into the hydrogen gas. We all know water can be removed by using drying agent. So you can see here in this U-tube we have used CaCl2 as a drying agent. When we pass hydrogen gas containing water vapor through this drying agent, water vapor will be absorbed by this drying agent CaCl2 and pure hydrogen gas will pass away through this U-tube and will collect over the mercury, because mercury is non-reactive with the hydrogen gas. This is the way how to remove impurity present in the laboratory method, present in the hydrogen gas prepared by laboratory method. So I hope you people understood, okay, how to remove impurity from the hydrogen gas. Right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much.